Hello everyone, in this lesson I'm going to be teaching 7th graders about the biodiversity of ecosystems. So you can't really see the board, so I'm just going to flip around so I can zoom in for you on certain aspects of the lesson. So in this lesson, students will be able to define biodiversity and comprehend how living things rely on each other to survive and thrive. To introduce this lesson, my hook is going to be a projection of an image of a biome. Now you can choose any biome you want. I personally chose the deciduous forest, and since I don't have a projector here at home, I just printed out a picture, but you can project a nice big image on the board for your students, and you're going to instruct them to list on a piece of paper all of the living things that they observe in the image. Then after giving them about a minute to do that, you're going to come together as a class and write a big list on the board of all of the living as well as the non-living things that you came up with together as a class. And you should have a nice long list. I just listed a couple here. But this is a great opportunity to distinguish the difference between abiotic and biotic features in ecosystems. This also serves as a great transition into the lesson on biodiversity. You can explain to your students that the biodiversity of an ecosystem includes all of the living things that are in that particular ecosystem. So the vocabulary word that I chose to do for this lesson was biodiversity, because this is a new word for students, and since the word itself is in the topic title, you can guess that it's very important. So I decided to do a 7-step vocabulary strategy. The first step in the 7-step strategy is to have your students repeat the word 3 times. Then you're going to read the word in context. So the article I chose was from News ELL, entitled "Earth is a Living Planet and All Life Depends on One Another to Thrive." I chose a News ELL article because I liked the fact that you could adjust the reading levels for ELL students of various levels in your classes. So I chose about a 7th grade reading level here. And the word biodiversity appears several times. As you can see, I've highlighted it. And at this point in the lesson, I would just read those sentences in context to the students. I would also have handed out the article to each of the students as well. You might not be aware of endangered animals or plants, but the globe's biodiversity crisis threatens all of humanity. And then additionally, the third sentence, biodiversity refers to the variety of living things in an environment, whether it's a forest, a stream, or an ocean. So then the next step in our 7-step strategy is to give the students a dictionary definition of biodiversity. So you can see to the right, I have an example, a model of the 4-square vocabulary strategy. The students would be given their own independent 4-square chart to fill in, where they write the word biodiversity, as well as that dictionary definition that I just gave as the variety of life on Earth.